Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another kerfuffle webinar. And I'm delighted to have back on the show here Rich from Dezrez. Rich, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Thank you for having us on again.
Your Corona light still hasn't disappeared behind you. I'm obsessed with that now. Liking the Dezrez branded shirt. That's very elegant. Always a big fan of the merch, obviously there.
Yeah, I lost the hat today though, but
don't worry, I'm not that upset. Oh, look, I've got a new snood. It's my first snood in kerfuffle colours, so I'm particularly excited today. Rich, we caught up obviously a few weeks ago just to kick off everything, but today's very much about sort of again congratulating you obviously for what you did at EA Masters. Obviously, there we were saying to everyone one of the seismic shifts in estate agency has been that now a number of the more forward-thinking CRMs are opening up. You were one of the first to launch, a truly open API, and that's been expanded out even more so with the likes of Zapier. And as I said, that was recognised at EA Masters in a small group of you, recognised together. I think you were actually recognised in the top 10 for was it 2x as well, doubling it. So clearly CRMs are a massive part of an agent's tech stack, if not the foundation of it. So what was it you feel that, talk us through that, talk us how pleased you were about obviously being recognised for what you're up to at the moment.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to be recognised by EA Masters, such a great event. So and so thank you for that. But I think innovation for me comes in many forms. It's not just necessarily the software. I think it's about what we built here at Dezrez. So we talk about the 4 C's. So it's culture, which we talked about before. Culture gets us the best talent. And then we've got connectivity and customization. That gets us the best customers, because the best customers understand that having software that's connected, that can be customized, gives them fantastic opportunities and helps them solve problems. I can talk to you about some actual problems and actual opportunities we're creating for agents right now. So we've got some slides that we'll go on to in a minute. But and the fourth C is customer service. Again, we talked about it last time, because we've got to have that great customer service to keep our customers. So and we're on this mission to connect the property world. And as you said, we built Resi on an open API. We did that 5-6 years ago. And at that point we saw the market shift, and it's great to see now that it's really starting to accelerate, and this whole shift towards connecting software up. So as our mission is to connect the property world, we built that platform that we can build things on top of. So if you think of Resi actually sat on top of our API really, and then any other piece of software can actually connect into our API, and then that automatically connects into Resi. So we've got that connectivity already. But premium is our package, the package of the moment, I suppose. Any agent that coming onto Resi now, I'd say should be using this. It gives you that access to Zapier, custom forms, and some of the things like Resi Meet we spoke about last time, which is the ability to set up conferencing directly in the software. And we've done some in-context stuff now, which means that you don't have to go to another part of the software to make the most of an integration.
Okay.
I can talk to you a bit about that in a second.
Excellent. So you guys haven't been quiet anyway, have you? I mean, obviously you're one of the granddaddies, if not the first cloud-based system there. So you've always been known for your innovation and getting it, getting things out there.
Yeah, and I think this is very innovative stuff, but it's stuff that is being tried and tested. So Zapier is used by thousands of businesses every day, and there's been millions of zaps sent. So it's not an untested thing, and our API is there and has been there for 5 years. So it's all solid, this stuff. But it's just the functionality that we're enabling, and that's the innovative bit. And actually the innovative bit is the stuff that clients are telling us they want. And so we've done some really cool stuff. So probably at this point, do you want to pop up the first?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just drive those as well. Let me just put it into the slideshow. Play from the start. Is that right? Is that full screen now?
Yeah, that's perfect. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. So I love working with our customers, and it's great because they're always pushing us. So last time we talked about getting a property. When a property is instructed in Resi, it's automatically sent straight to Facebook with all the description. You can see it here. This is what it would look like. But customers were like, "Oh, that's great," but I have a watermark on my post on Facebook, and I want to keep that consistency and that that marketing out there, and my brand out there. So we did some research in Zapier, looked across all the applications and found something called Transload It, which none of us had ever heard of, but it's used again. Yeah. But what it does is it enables us to put this watermark on top of a Facebook post. So yeah, and it does some other cool stuff as well. But this is what we're using it for. And so what happens now is a property is instructed, reduced, or sold. A watermark added, and then it's posted to Facebook, and all that is done at one touch of a button in Resi. You don't do anything else. So it's it was a great work, and so solving or creating an opportunity, I suppose for a client to create that consistency and get their brand out there every time they post to Facebook.
And you're encouraging, aren't you? You're encouraging both. I know you've got just encouraging competition from like internally, but both from your clients to throw new ideas, to just see what the real world applications are with this tie-in with that.
Yeah, we've got 40 zaps on our Dezrez on our page on dezrez.co.uk. If you go on there and go to the premium package, you can see all the zaps we've already got in there. So there's 40 there now.
Is that are you publicly displaying that? So you're quite open with what you've got. Oh, that's great. Okay, I'll look at that.
So you can see all the zaps that we come up with, and there's more being added every day. So do you want to go on to the next slide, Si, please? So we talked about in context integrations. So what 3 words? Again, I think we spoke about it last time. What 3 words have done is they've mapped the entire globe in 1 meter squares, and for each of those 1 meter squares has 3 words as a reference point for that 1 meter. So for example, if you look here, what we've done is, so if you're on the property in Resi and you want to go, okay, I want to show exactly where I want my board positioned, you would go onto the map, you click the little icon on there, and you would see for that one, the position of the board is digested limits director, which is very bizarre. But so
basically, I can go for my local Greg's, and it's Big Fat Bastard or something like that. I think it's more that they're actually preset, aren't they? But what an incredible idea that is, in terms of from these guys to be able to do that. The potential that offers up to you, so that there's no vagary. I mean, it's not like the vagaries of a postcode, which can be close, but rural can be over a huge area still, can't it?
Yeah. And if you're putting a board in outside a property, it can be the difference between passing traffic, seeing it, and seeing your brand, or it being just tucked away too far, and that not happening. So again, it's creating that opportunity. So I had a quick look online at some of the what 3 words places. So like number 10 Downing Street is quite apt. It's input caring brain.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You've got a few people contesting that at the moment.
So you can spend hours on what 3 words just looking at random places like the centre spot Wembley and things like that. So if you wanted to land the drone in the centre spot,
you've given me my afternoon work now. Basically, I'm going to be let loose on this.
Yeah, so that's what 3 words. And as I said, the important thing to get across there is it's in context. So you're not flying around the software; you're getting it exactly where you need it. If you go on to the next one, please, Si. So this is custom fields. Again, we talked about custom fields last time. Again, it's in context. So here you've got the custom fields on the right, which says, which is an evaluation. You want to add in some specific information that you as an agent ask when you're in on that valuation. And this is something that you'll be able to do specifically for you as an agent. It doesn't mean that everyone else is going to get it. It's just going to be for you. So it enables you to create that better customer service and keep that unique selling point. If you go on to the next slide, please, Simon. So
this is something that an agent has essentially said, this is important to us. So they've put in the key questions themselves, and then that is absolutely built into their own version of Resi. Yeah.
So if you can imagine here, you might want to ask for a financial advisor referral or something like that. And so rather than in traditional software, if you want to add a financial advisor referral, you might have to go to another part, and that requires the individual negotiator or valuer to say, I've got to remember to go and get the financial advisor referral. But if they if it's there literally in context, so as they're writing up the valuation, that information is directly there for them, and so it drives that consistency and can increase revenue for customers. So anything like that you can think of as a customer or ours, you can now get into the software.
Excellent, that's really good.
Okay, and if you go on to the next one, yeah. So again, this is kind of another integration that we've put in. So we just launched View My Chain. We just turned it on for all of our customers if they've asked for it to be turned on. So it's on the actions menu. So you can see there, you've got a little View My Chain icon sort of in the little red box there. If you click onto the next slide, you'll see that. So what happens there? So when you're on the property, you'll be able to get this information directly on that property, and obviously anything that happens on View My Chain will then be put into the sales progression tool there. So you'll be able to see it directly in the software again. You don't have to go to View My Chain, you don't have to go to a certain separate place in the software. It's literally on the property. You can see sort of behind the property is sort of grayed out, but that's when you click on the button to View My Chain, it pops this up in front. So again, this is our kind of our platforms element where we're able to bring in our partners' information directly into our software. I think this is a massive leap forward in terms of being able to just kind of in context be able to do things and keep that consistency and drive revenue and opportunities as a business.
I've always believed that you tend to, as much as they are still commercial ventures in their own right, it feels like from our perspective, and I use ours as CRM providers, that you almost absorb the functionality, don't you? You become greater than the sum of the parts by having, applications built into the system itself. Because let's face it, that's exactly what the agents want. They don't want to have a tech stack of 20, 30, 40 different providers. Actually, you might have those in there, but if it's single access, single sign-on, that's brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the interesting thing that we talked about, that the watermark thing. We are solving those issues right now, and customers have got the ability to come to us and say, I've got this problem, can you resolve it with technology? And that's what I've always wanted to be able to do, almost, is be able to solve real world problems and create those opportunities. So yeah, it's just giving us that ability. So I've got another couple of slides. So do you want to go on to the next one, please? So this is the last sort of set of slides really, but this is energy APCs, energy performance certificates, as everyone will know. But the government hold this in a central location, and it's all API enabled. So we thought, right, there's been some changes in EPCs. Let's link this up directly to Resi. So now within the system, again, you're on the property, you click on the EPC button, this will bring this information into the system for you. And you can either order a new EPC from there, or if you've got premium, you can pull those values directly into Resi. And you can just see, so there's a lot of information there now. If you click onto the next slide, it will just show you, it's basically showing how you go across the tabs at the top: efficiency, cost, detail, recommendations. So all that information is available then. So it gives a lot of power to the customer in terms of having that information. So there we are. Yeah, so that's available now again. So it's a really cool little integration we've done. So that's the end of the slide, Simon.
Excellent. That's really, really good. I mean, it's just great to see again, that you're at the start of a journey with this, aren't you? As you said, I can't remember. I'm sure that you didn't have that many Zapier recipes or whatever they call it, or in there already. So that's accelerating at a rate of knots, isn't it?
Yeah, and as we bring on every new customer that comes on, we're getting ideas. We're able to share those with others. So it's some brilliant things that we put on there. So yeah, you can go in and check out what we've got as our pre-built apps, Zaps on there right now. So, but I think you should think of that as a workflow engine. But it's a very advanced workflow engine in that it can add in all those automations at different points and automate things in other bits of software. So it's a very clever bit of kit.
It absolutely is. Not unsurprising why you included in there that sort of innovation. That's going to be really, really key in terms of helping your client base out. I think the other thing, just talking about it as well, is I was talking about it just previously, actually. Over time, some systems, they get more complex just because you're adding functionality in. The thing I like about the new look Resi is you've really thought about that again, haven't you? You've really rationalized it back. It's very easy to navigate its way around.
Yeah, and I think that's the benefit of being around for a while, is that we've just relaunched our property hub, and customers found it was just too clicky. you're going into different fields or different pages a lot, and so we rationalized all that down and brought it into a place now where there's just tabs across the top, and all the important information is available at the point in time that the agent needs it. And you kind of learn that over time a bit with working with clients. Because you work with clients at the start when you're on this journey to build something, they're like, oh, I really like this and I'd like that, but then when it comes to real world usage, it tends to change, because there's no accounting for sort of reality. You can do a lot of listing, but the reality side of it needs to come in, and those decisions and changes need to be made over time.
That's great. And so, what have you got on the agenda for 2021?
So I'm so excited about 2021. I'd be glad to see the back of 2020. I think we all will, won't we? So there's just so much stuff coming. I think we'll be doing more from the Zapier point of view. The premium point of view, and the Zapier stuff and custom fields, all of that. More integrations. We're integrating with partners constantly at the moment. We're really accelerating that. We've got an event that we're going to be running in Q1 next year, which again I mentioned last time, but I'm really excited about that. We're going to do it a bit differently. It's going to be quite like a virtual event, which would be pretty cool.
Perfect opportunity. It gives me a shameless moment to plug it. We've actually just launched events on the website as well. So what we're really trying to do is be seen as a hub of everything that's going on in the industry. So if you get your marketing people in touch with ours, Rich, we'll happily set that up there and help promote you as well. And we want to be able to, get this into a diary, get it out to our audience as much as possible, so you get as many people there as you possibly can.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other massive thing for us, and the missing piece of the jigsaw is PM. So we're bringing our first paying customer on next week to the system. It has been out for a while. We've had customers testing it for nearly 12 months actually. So it's been there for a while. With the whole accounting system will be launched in Q1. So it'll be a full product with everything.
That's massive. I mean, that's that. Yeah, I mean, agents love that idea of the one-stop shop, and so if you're getting the one-stop shop in terms of suppliers and integration partners, but you're also getting it for your main departments within your agency, sales and lettings and accounts, you've got a really powerful proposition there, haven't you?
Yeah, and if agents are interested and they want to talk to us about it, we can start lining people up to come on at certain points. So we've got like a phased rollout of it. So as I said, customers are coming onto it now, and the account stuff will come later.
Excellent. Well, perfect time for me to obviously highlight as well. There's your lovely little award there for the VA Masters. Go to everyone's landing pages, whoever we interview on these shows, obviously, and have a good look at information there. We can see the reviews. Perfect 5-star rating there. Go and have a look at the reviews from named agents and get a real understanding, people, from what what they're saying about their experience with Dezrez as well. So I think that's really, really good. And it would be remiss of me to say, as we approach Christmas, that you guys have been particularly kind with us and obviously given us our kerfuffle members, the opportunity to sign up for Resi Premium, and you'll get a full 50% off the setup fee. So, every little helps, as they say, but even more so. That's really, really good.
No problem.
Good stuff. Okay, then that's really, really good to hear from Rich. If you keep us up to date with stuff, and we'll obviously catch up with you in the future.
Yeah, absolutely, Simon. Thank you again for having us on.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.